Yeah. So last class we discussed, right, the string data types and the if conditions. So today we'll continue with that. We'll go with other iterations and we'll go with the objects. Let's open the IntelliJ. Okay. So what is a string data type? String data type is to store the words or, or more characters, right? What is for int? What is for int? What is int data type?
Int is for numbers.
Numbers.
It stores the numbers.
Yeah. So what is the double?
Double is for decimal.
Decimal values. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So now, as I mentioned, right? So here I used one method. Okay. So if you observe, I simply defined a public. It means I want to make sure this method used by everyone. Sorry, Deepika.
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this public is nothing but if you define this any method as a public, you can use this method throughout your project or sub projects. Right. So now if you see, I define static. Static means I can call this method. There is a method I'm calling here. Add. So I can call method directly. Okay. But in the real time, we can't be using static methods. Right? We have to use a kind of dynamic methods only. So let's see how to define that. So before that, first, okay, let me copy the same method. Okay, remove the static here. Okay, uh, I'll put subtraction. Okay, same nothing, same method. Only I remove the static. Now, if I want to call this sub here, suppose uh, let's say sub. See, I'm not getting it. Whereas if I do add method, see, I got add method. You can see, right? It defines, it says input P and Q. But whereas sub, I'm not getting that because it has to be accessed by the class object. It has to be accessed by class object. So what is a class object? So whatever we're writing in this class, right? What is the class name here? Data type. So if you want to access anything in this class in the outside our main method, see it is the outside our main method, right? To access outside anything like variable or methods, anything outside the main method, you have to create the objects. Okay. So we have to create the objects. So how to create the objects? Let's go to our main class. Okay. What is the class name? Class name is data types. Now let's say D object equal to new of the constructor. I mean default package of data types. Just click on this. So whenever you want to create an object of the class means, so you have to use the properties or variables inside that class. For those things, you have to create a object like this format. Your class name and your object new of the entire class data. Okay, now if I do D dot, I will get C sub. But if I do D dot, let's say if I do D dot add, I won't get it because add is a static one. Okay, now if I pass D 10 comma 5, right? So what is the output? If I run int output equal to this one, right? And if I print out, what is the print line statement? What is print line statement?
SOIT.
Yes, so it is system dot out dot println, right? Then if you see out, right? Now let's run this thing. Sorry, conditions. Just a minute. Okay, right click on data types, run data types at one. So you got 15. Okay, what we are doing, we are just using to use the class, right? Class is like a, let's take class as like a home. Okay, so now in the home, one person has to go from hall, one person has to go to bedroom, like that, right? So where we control the, where you can go it. So that person is kind of like object. I'm saying that this person has everything rights on this class. It's called D, that's called object. So now suppose if I define some variable here, like string object string string object equal to, let's say, Java. Now if I want to use that object, right, now I can do D dot, say I got the object. If you see here, but you just D dot means object is nothing but this class. So in this class, whatever you think you can use it. Suppose if I put here, so D object, sorry, D dot object. Okay, if I print now, let me add our concatenation of what we are doing. Printing class string. How to add your variable and your string? How to add these two? If you see, right, we are getting error here, red color, right? So it means it's not properly formatted. So how to add? We have to do concatenation with a plus. Right? Now if I run the thing, see, printing of class string, what we got? Java. Suppose if I define static string, okay, object1 equal to selenium. Now to call this object, right? So what is static object, no? For how to build static object, you can put static out dot simply object1. You don't have to define object and to get it. What is called static object. Run the class. So you got static object selenium. You understood, right? Differences between static and non-static. So when it is non-static, and if you define your class level, so you have to create an object. With this object, you can control methods, variables, anything on this class from your main class. Okay. It's clear, right? Okay. So we're creating an object. This is what we have to define. So whenever any class, right? Any class, or it could be Selenium class, it could be some Java libraries, anything, you have to use this way of defining the object. So that we'll be taking the whole entire part of the class in control with the object. Okay. Right. Now let's go to continue the conditions. So what is the if condition? What it do? What is if condition?
It compares two values or
Yeah. So yeah, whenever you want to go to our next pages or next flow, if you want to validate whether we need to go or not, so that's where condition will apply. So if I say then if my string equal to, or if a login is success, then go to next page. If login is failed, go to again landing page. That type of things we have to define that. That's called if condition. If anything, if the condition is matches, it will go inside the block. If the condition is not matching, it won't execute this part. It will come to next line. Whatever the next line is, else or whatever the next line, it will come to the next line. Okay. So let's see again. If let's say characters, if C equal to, sorry, how to define character single words? Single quotes, right? C equal to, yeah. So it means if my condition executes, it will go to inside the block. The programmer, right? The program, what it will do, it will execute line by line. When I click on run button, now what happens first? It will go to the, first it look into the main method. If there is no main method, you can't run the class. So let's see if I comment out, let me comment out this one. Okay. So what we have? We have only one class, right? Empty class. So if I right click on run, say I can't get run button. And here also you can see, you can't see conditions. Only you can see data types. Or you can see right click here, I can't get a run button because by default, compiler means what is the Java will run, right? That will look for main method only. Okay, let's uncomment. So uncomment and commenting, right? Control/ shortcut. Okay. Suppose generally what we'll do commenting is right, we'll do put one slashes here. Okay, I mean that line is commented. Now if this line is commented. But instead of that, if you want to comment whole class or whole method, you simply select it and control/. So it's commented the whole line. Again, uncomment, simply control/ again. Okay, so once it got to the main method, then compile a line, execute line by line. First it will come to this line number 5. Okay, so if this condition is passed or not passed, if it's passed, it will go to inside, otherwise it come to here. Again, its else condition is there. So obviously, if else is there, then it will execute compulsory this line. If it is not going to 3, then it will come to this line. Like this, like again, condition is there, it will go here. If it's passed, otherwise it will come to, if it's else, it will come to here. You understood, right? How the line was. Same now. Again, if C equal to A, it will come inside. Okay, it will go to inside the block. So SOUT says in a double quotes, both C and A are equal. Okay. Now if I don't want to write else, then then if I don't want to write else, what will happen then? If it is inside, it will go here. Otherwise, it will come outside. If it is again else is there, it will execute else. Otherwise, it will go whatever you keep in it. So let me write else. Okay, block. So inside the block, we have to write. So I will write here. Both are not same. So let me run this. You can see now I got it because I enabled the main method. See, both are not same. Because C and A are different, right? Assume that I just comment out this else condition. Now what will happen?
Nothing.
Nothing will come.
Yeah, right? Because it will come to here and the condition is failed. So it won't go execute and there is no next line to execute. So it will stop the script. Run the script now. That's it. It was failed with this line. Okay. So, but this if and else is only for limited option. Right. Suppose I have to check 5 times. I have 5 conditions to check. Or I need to iterate something. I need to keep on checking the file is there or not, file is there or not, file is there or not. So in those cases now we can't use if condition. Correct. Means you can use if condition, but you have to write 5 times or 10 times if you have to write it. But that's also doable, but that's not the best way. Because whenever you're writing the code, right, you should write code in an optimized way and best way. So that it will take your less resources. When you're running a code, it will take your less resources. Right? So for those cases, we have one more we have one more condition called while. Okay, so while is nothing but is also the condition based on your iterations. Let's see. Suppose let's define int I equal to 1. Okay. Int I equal to 1. Next, if I define int j equal to 1, now I can write while I equal to j. I equal to j. Just a second, guys. Yeah. So while I equal to j, like how we written for reference, same thing while. So now we will write here past. Okay. Now for this till this now, do you see any differences if and while? Both are same, right? Almost. Means what in same
Yes.
if block, same thing. Okay. Now let's run. In the if case, what will happen if it's passed? It will execute one time and it will came out from the block. But in the while case, if I run, you will see. So what is happening? Pass. See, it keep on running. While is nothing but till these conditions, both are same, no? Till that time, it will keep on running only. It won't stop. See, program is still continuing. It is displaying past. So let me stop manual forcefully. Right? So first thing is while we'll always do iteration means every time it will check. Each and every time it will check, it will break the loop, break the block whenever both are not equal. Okay. Let's to understand much better, right? So let's give here. Okay. So I printed system is j. Now if I do j equal to 2. Okay, what I did means it first time it will come to here and it assign j equal to 2. Now let's see. Now let's see what will happen. See what happened now? Let me put one more outside block here so that we can have clarity. Outside of while. Okay, let me run it now. See now what got? First time it got passed here, right? This pass. Then immediately it went to outside the while. But earlier, if you observe, if I did before this one, what you got? It always inside the block only. It's keep on iterating here. Right. So let me comment out this. Let me run it now again. See, you are not seeing outside of the while block because it's still inside the block only while. What is happening means while condition is nothing but it will keep on checking the value until, it will keep on checking and it will come out of the block whenever it both are not equal. So what is the use? Why you have to use? Because suppose you have 10 pages, right? Let's take in one page, we have 10 products. Okay. So I want to copy all the 10 product details. So if I copy first one, I don't want to copy again, right? Think of that one. I want to go second one. Till like that, we have to go iteration base or based on count wise. In that case, we have to use a while. So what happens? Suppose I given I equal to j and I equal to 10 here, right? Or I equal to 1. So what I will do in the inside the while, I will say that I done with the j first object. I'll write some condition here so that j will be keep on updating. So it will come out of the while block. Okay, simple. While is nothing but to compare, but only it will come out of the block only if it is a failed. Okay. Whereas if it will only check one time. If its match is passed, okay, it looks good, it will come out, but not like while. While it will keep on execute inside the block until this condition is failed. Whenever this condition fail, how it condition will fail? Then we are updating the value here, right? J. Or you do some logic and you update j. Like that, the while condition fail. Clear, right? While condition Or do you need any other example on the while to understand much better?
Ravi, can we have another also?
Yeah.
One more
So,
example.
yes, yeah. So that's let me Google it to understand much. While loop in Java. Let's run this code. Okay. Let it be. Now I'll run one more program. In between, I'll be referring the internet, right? Because to get proper things for you. Because concept will be same. The way we need to take the examples, it will be different. That's why I will be referring Google in between. Is that okay, right? For you, both of you?
Yeah,
So
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now let's take one more example. Int L equal to 1. Okay. So now what I will write here, while inside condition, if L less than or equal to 10. What does it mean? I'm expecting L should be always less than equal to 10. Means whenever L is less than 10, right? This condition is pass. Till this line clear, right? L less than equal to 10, nothing but whenever L is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, till that this condition is passes. If I print L here. Correct? So now if I run this code, what will happen? It will go infinite loop, right? Or not? If I run this code now, it will go infinite loop or not?
No.
Deepika?
No, I think so. It will type 1 to 9 or 10.
No, it will go infinite loop because what is the value of L every time? I'm not
It's 1.
incrementing and incrementing, one only, no? So whenever it checks
Yes.
one only, so it will go infinite loop only, right?
Mm.
See, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Because what is L value every time?
1.
1 only. So obviously less than 10. So every time
Okay.
it will go to infinite loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it, right? Now, what I will
Yes.
do here, I will increment L plus plus.
Yes.
L is nothing but I'm just incrementing plus one time. L plus plus is nothing but it's like I'm saying that every time increment one more step. So let's say first is one, right? And second time 2. Third time 3. Fourth time 4. This is same nothing but in L plus instead of L, we can write here like L equal to L plus 1. What I'm doing, what is L? First time 5 ones inside the block, right? What is L value? 1, right? 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Now L is 2. Now again, second time it will come. What is L value here? 2. Now 2 plus 1, L equal to 3.
Yeah.
Say, instead of defining in this way, we will be defining L plus plus. So this is a professional way to define like this. Okay. Now let's me run. Now what happens? Let's run and see. So if you see here, it got printed 2 first. Because we started with 1 while inside the block, because L less than 2, right? 1 less than 10. Correct? 1 less than 10. So now it will come here. What we did, L plus plus. Means we incremented. So if you print L, what we got? We got 2. Okay, now what will happen? What while we'll do? Till it will rerun the block till this condition is failed. So now what is L2, right? Again, it will come here and check. Is 2 less than 10? 2 less than 10. This condition pass, right? Now again it will go inside. Again it's incremented. Again we got 3. Correct. Now again while we'll check. Now 3 less than 10. What will happen? It will go here. Again, in the increment, you printed it's 4. Same till like that, what happened? Till 10, till 10, it will go here. Right? 10 less than equal to 10. What happened? Right? It will go inside again. So once it reaches 11, your condition is failed. Correct? Once 11 less than equal to 10 is false or true?
False.
False, right? Then it came outside of the while loop and it stopped our program. Still confusion?
Ravi, if we want to print 1 also, then
You can print here, na? System out dot L. You want to print this one now?
yes, it started from 2, right?
No, I
If we
start
want to
from 2.
print 1,
Then I think then L value L equal to 0, then it will one also print.
Correct. Either way, one, yeah, or we can do that, or what you can do, right? We can print before and after also. Before upgrading and
okay.
after. What I will say here, before increment plus. Now, what is the allow here? What we do? We are incrementing it, right? So it says after increment. Or I will equal is only one time, right? Now, if I run it now, see, before increment 1, 2, before increment 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or let me do one thing. Let me do debugging more so that we can we can understand it. So in Java, right, we have a debugging mode. Debugging mode is nothing but we can go to each and each line and we get to know on which line it is taking the value, what is the data. So debugging will help us in whenever our program fails, right? So we have written 100 lines of code and it's failing at some line. So how to identify that line? What is the mistake? What is the data it's taking? For those things, we'll be debugging, right? So debugging nothing but right click here. How we are running in the run, right? So that you can click debugging. So debugging nothing but it will run the program, but where we have a control over the program. So to use debugging, we have to use breakpoint. So simply in your IntelliJ, right? Just select anywhere here. Like see, you got red dot. It means when you run the debug the program, it will stop the execution here first. It will wait for our response. Based on our validations, we can do that. Okay. So just simply just click on anywhere. So now if I debug it, so I haven't kept a breakpoint till there, right? So program will execute till that point. It will come here and it will stop. It will wait for us. Let's see debug. Just click on allow access. See, okay. See, we got all the values in the above class. So it's debugging mode. Okay, now let's come to here. What is L value here? If you see, what is L value? What is displaying here?
1.
1, right? Now if I do this button means step over means it will run the line. So if you simply click on step over, okay. See, L is 1, right, till this point. Now, if I step over next line, see now I is incremented. I mean, not at, if I run this line, then I will be incremented. Suppose if I run this line, see now what is now I? 2. Understood now? Now it's 1. So now what happened? This line, it will print that line. See now again it will go to Y. So now again it will go inside. It will print system.out.print. Now L will be, if I run this line, then L will be 3. See? Now again system.print. So again it will go to while. So again it checks condition. So again if passes it will go inside. Otherwise, if the condition fail, it will come out here only. Okay, now again L equal to 3. It prints L plus. Now it incremented 4 and it will go here. You can see, right? Let me run again. We will see here. See, it will displaying. What is L here? What is L here? So it displays 5. So 5 less than 10. True, right? So that's why it'll come here. And it went incremented. See, now value 6. It displays here also. Your value. What is happening? 6. So now again, run. 7. Run. 8. Right? Run. Yes, now it's 9. No, you can see L9. Now L9 less than equal to 10. So condition is true. Now it will go inside again. Now it's the value 10. 10 less than equal to 10, true, right? Be careful here. So now it will exit the loop now next time. So like come here, it will execute it now. Your L is, what is your L value? 11. So now what happens again? It will go while now, because it will keep on checking, right? Now we can go while. Now if you see L less than or equal to 10. So what is the condition here? False, right? So simply if you click on run button, it won't go inside. See, it directly come to your class action end. It didn't go inside the block because 11 less than equal to 10. So condition failed. So it came out. That's it. See, it printed everything. It's clear now. While loop. So whenever the incrementing is happening, right? Whenever you want to check the values in the real time, updating or incrementing or decrementing, and you want to check each and every condition at that time, you have to use a while. It's now clear now, Saraswati, Deepika?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Clear.
It's fine.
yeah.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
So now assume that if there is no while, if you want to this condition, what will write? You will write 10 if conditions. If L equal to 1, if L equal to 2, if L equal to 3, if L equal to 5, if L equal to 5, correct? So instead of 10 if conditions, we were using this while to understand this type of condition base. Okay? Yeah. So one more other conditions we called for loop. Okay, this is very important. And I mean, we'll be using this for loop most of the times in our coding in Selenium, except in Selenium classes, right? Or I mean, whenever to start, this for loop is very, very important. So if while is one of the bases and advanced version of these two called for loop. Okay, so what is the use for loop means? It's kind of same of while only, but it's like kind of very simple to use. Okay, so I will show you. So first I'll write syntax. Okay, for so I defined the int L equal to 1 here, right? And I have checked the condition here, right? And I have incremented here. Correct? So how many lines of code I have written to use while? I have written this much of line. So now to mix off each and everything in a single line, that's called for loop. Same as like while only, right? But I mean, back end idea is same. The way we define is different. Suppose see, I define int L equal to 1 here. I have checked the condition here and I'm incrementing here. Correct. Same, I'll write all these lines in a one line. A int p equal to 1, semicolon in the here int p less than equal to 10, semicolon int p plus plus. Inside this block for will execute. Oh, sorry. We don't have different int here again and again. Okay. We all different int here, na? One time. So we don't have different anywhere, right? Yeah. So now same condition, right? 1 less than 10 plus plus. So now if I write here system out dot p. So what is happen means it will start with the one loop. First it will go p will be 1. Okay. It again once execute the block, second time it will come. So what is the condition? Is it will run till this condition. 1 less than 10, right? Now it will go 1 plus plus. Now p will be 2. So again it will come here 2 less than 10 true and 2 plus plus 3. So again it will come here and same like 10 loop it will run. So that if I run now, see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10, same as while, but we have simplified the right of using it. But to use this for, you have to use these three. We have to define what is method, and we have to define when should extend, or we define what is your increment. So instead of writing everywhere here, int here, while here, condition here, so we'll be writing in a single line. And we'll be using this for most of the cases in our coding because of easy to use. Okay, same, nothing but the way I want to define is advantage of it. It's clear for loop?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so this is like kind of basics, right? So once we start the Selenium, then you'll understand the use case, why you are using for, why using while. Because till now it's like kind of little bit dilemma for you guys, right? Because you know what is for, but you don't know why you are using for, why we have to use, correct? You need that why reason so that you'll understand, okay, I have this reason, so I have to use this condition. Correct, right? So in that case, that's why once you're done with all this base, once you go to Selenium, then you'll get to know, okay, I have this use case, so I have to use for. I have this use case, I have to use if condition, like that. Okay, it's clear now? For loop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, one more thing in the for loop is you can define the for without increment also. So for int q equal to 1, int q less than equal to 10. Sorry, here I'm defining it, so I can't define second time. It's already defined. Okay. If you see here, yeah, see, I didn't return the increment part. Now what will happen? This is infinite. This will go infinite loop, right? This for this will go infinite loop or not?
Yes.
Why? Why it will go infinite loop?
Because you haven't
think-
defined the increment.
Yeah. Right, Saraswati?
I think there is no increment of value, right? So
Yeah. So it will every time it's one only.
yeah.
So it will go infinite loop. So if I run this code now, see 1 1 1 1 1 1 until you stop, it will keep on printing 1. Because it will go infinite, because there is no increment. So for in the for also we can do right that in that way also. Okay, so we have flexibility in the for based on our requirement, our uses, you can define it. Okay, yeah. So we'll stop for the today class.